Blue Stars Higher Secondary School welcomes you all to learn the remaining part of the lesson, tight corners. Already we have learnt about this lesson. Before going to the textbook exercises, we are going to learn a short summary of the story to recall you all. Edward Verrall Lucas is the author of this story, Tight Corners. The essay Tight Corners has been written by E.V. Lucas. Edward Verrall Lucas is an English humorist, essayist, playwright and poet. In the humorous essay Tight Corners, he points out that tight corners can be both mental as well as physical, but the mental tight corners are too difficult to bear. He was a prolific writer, most celebrated for his short essays, but he also produced verses, novels and plays. In this lesson, Tight Corners, he narrates the story of how he was rescued from humiliation at a house by a sudden stroke of luck. At the Christie's, the narrator and his friend, after their lunch, passed along King Street when his friend persuaded him to look in at the sale room. The place was full. It was filled with people. They were selling Barbies and pictures and making tremendous sums there in the sale room. This is the sale room, Christie's. But he is going with his friend. He had only just 63 pounds in the bank and had not any securities to borrow money. He had only 63 pounds in the bank and he had not enough securities to borrow the money. But the narrator kept bidding just for fun. Every time someone else made a higher bid and the narrator was not caught. After some time, a new picture was displayed and a bid for 4,000 guineas was raised. The narrator, on a sudden impulse, added 50 more guineas to the amount offered. Without his knowledge, he offered "150," the words "150." Unfortunately, he had made the highest bid. The picture was declared sold to the narrator. But he had only 63 pounds with him and did not know how to manage the situation. This is the right tight corner. His friend left him immediately. He was unable to control the laugh. The narrator thought all of his relations from whom he could borrow. He even thought of borrowing from money lenders and considered the possibility of confessing the truth to the staff at Christie's. Who is that staff? The auctioneer, the person who's holding all the things. The turning point of the situation. He is not having any money. He had only 63 pounds, not in his pocket, in the bank. At the same time, he had no securities to borrow any money to others. He is thinking everything. He was panic stricken. Suddenly, a sudden stroke of luck befell the narrator when heard that the gent who had made the bid of 4,000 guineas would offer him the additional 50 guineas and buy the picture. He thought the man to be the messenger of the high gods who wore a green baize apron and spoke in a husky cockney tone. He thought that he was the man sent by the high gods. He thought of embarrassing him and wept for joy. The narrator was quite happy at the offer but demanded 100 guineas instead of the 50. in his presence of mind, he is asking again 100 guineas. Additionally 50 guineas he is asking. Even at that moment he had presence of mind. There was no need for him to make any payment. The picture was given away to the other bidder and the narrator was saved from humiliation. His friend had left the place. Roaring with laughter at the narrator's predicament, he found his way out of the tight corner. So what happened finally? As the narrator was worried, an unexpected thing happened. He realized that a career of rectitude sometimes had rewards beyond consciousness of virtue. Suddenly he heard a voice in his ear, beg pardon. The voice asked him whether he was the gent who bought the big Daubigny. The narrator admitted that it was he. Yes, I am. The gent asked him whether he would take 50 guineas for his bed. The narrator thought him to be a messenger of the high gods who wore a green baize apron, and he spoke in a husky cockney tone. The thought he would embrace him and wept for joy. But even in that critical moment he had the presence of mind and asked for 100 guineas instead of the 50 guineas. Now there was no need for him to make any payment. He was relieved from the tight corner. Now we are going to learn the textual exercises, book back exercises. Choose the most appropriate answer for the following questions. Tight corner means a difficult situation. Barbizon refers to a French school of painters. The narrator visited the sale room as he was persuaded by his friend. The narrator had been a safe contributor at the auction as there were bidders quoting higher prices. And I got it. Here it refers to the money he asked for. What is a tight corner? What happens when one finds oneself in a tight corner? Tight corner means difficult situation. When one finds oneself in a tight corner, one will be afraid and one will try his best to come out of the situation. What's the difference between a physical and mental tight corner? Physical tight corner is the one where a person's safety is in trouble. Mental tight corner is the one where dilemmas and difficult choices are involved. Why did the narrator visit Christie's? The narrator entered the Christie's because he was persuaded by his friend to see the auction inside. The narrator heard his own voice saying, "and 50." What does this suggest? The narrator, without his knowledge and any understanding of the situation, said, "and 50." What was the narrator's financial condition? He had only 63 pounds in his bank. He did not have securities even for 500 pounds. The narrator could not pretend to have made a mistake in bidding. Why? The narrator had made many other bids before he was caught. Moreover, a genuine mistake of this kind must have been rectified in the beginning itself. So he knew that no one would believe him. What could have been the best way for the narrator to get himself out of the tight corner? The best way for the narrator to get himself out of the tight corner could have been to confess his mistake to one of the Christie's staff and make him put up the picture again for auction. Why did the narrator feel he could have welcomed a firing party? The narrator did not have enough money to pay for the picture after the auction was over. He could have welcomed a firing party because that would bring his death and he need not be humiliated in front of others. What was the bidder's offer to the narrator? The bidder offered the narrator 50 guineas. How did the narrator take advantage of the situation? when the bidder sent a man to ask the narrator whether he was ready to give the picture for 50 guineas. He wanted to take advantage of the situation. He asked for 100 guineas and he got it for the picture. Form a meaningful summary of the lesson by rewriting the numbers in the correct sequence. First one, D. The narrator entered Christie's as his friend persuaded him to visit the sale room. Second, L. The narrator kept the bidding just for fun. Third, E. Every time someone else made a higher bid and the narrator was not caught. 4. J. After some time a picture was put up and a bid for 4,000 guineas was raised. 5. F. The narrator on a sudden impulse added 50 more guineas to the amount offered. 6. C. Unfortunately, he had made the highest bid. 7. I. The picture was declared sold to the narrator. 8. A. The narrator had only 63 pounds with him and did not know how to manage the situation. 9. B. The narrator thought of all his relations from whom he could borrow. 10. N. His friend had left the place roaring with laughter at the narrator's predicament. 11. H. He even thought of borrowing from money lenders and considered the possibilities of confessing the truth to the staff at Christie's. 12. G. His friend joined him then but left immediately, unable to control his laughter. 13. K. A sudden stroke of luck befell the narrator when he heard that the gent who had made the bid of 4,000 guineas would offer him the additional 50 guineas and buy the picture. 14. O. The narrator was quite happy at the offer but demanded 100 guineas instead of the 50. Now there was no need for him to make any payment. 15. M. The picture was given to the other bidder and the narrator was saved from humiliation. Next exercise, paragraph questions. First one, narrate the circumstances that led to the narrator getting into a tight corner by his own folly. We have to write the title of the lesson, Tight Corners, name of the author, Edward Verrall Lucas, and then theme. Mental tight corners are more challenging than physical tight corner. Yes, I had been passing along the King Street afterwards. My friend persuaded me to look in at the sale room. E.V. Lucas, in his essay Tight Corners, he tries to explain how the mental tight corner is worse than physical tight corner. The narrator entered Christie's, the famous auction house, persuaded by his friend. He saw Barbizon pictures were being sold and they were auctioned for very high prices like 4,000 guineas. The narrator did not want to buy any pictures, but he simply stood there to see what was going on. He wanted to enjoy fun of taking part in the auction cautiously. Though the pictures were auctioned for huge sum, it started very moderately. So he was adding something to the deal in the beginning. It was a safe game. His friend warned him that he might be caught and he asked him to stop his game. But he was assured that he was very cautious and he would never be in trouble. It went on for some time very safely. When a picture was put up for auction, a dealer who had bought many other pictures asked for 4,000 guineas. Others were excited to hear that, but the narrator, without realizing the value of the call, simply said, "and 50. There was a dead silence, and the dealer who had bid 4,000 guineas was silent, and the sale fell on the narrator. Just because you can't understand it doesn't mean it isn't so. Next detail. Trace the thought that went on in the mind of the narrator when the picture after picture was put up and sold at the auction. We have to write the title of the lesson, Tight corners. Author Edward Verral Lucas. Theme: mental tight corners are more challenging than physical tight corner. I was running over the names of uncles and other persons from whom it might be possible to borrow. E.V. Lucas, in his essay Tight Corners, tries to explain how the mental tight corner is worse than the physical tight corner. The narrator entered Christie's, the famous auction house, persuaded by his friend. He saw Barbizon pictures were being sold and they were auctioned for very high prices, like 4,000 guineas. The narrator did not want to buy any pictures, but he simply stood there to see what was going on. He wanted to enjoy fun of taking part in the auction cautiously. His friend warned him that he might be caught and he asked him to stop his game. But he was assured that he was very cautious and he would never be in trouble. But unfortunately, he was caught. He had to find 4,050 guineas to buy a picture which he didn't want. He was in real trouble. Pictures after pictures were being sold. He did not mind about them. He was trying to get some names of his relatives who would be kind enough to lend him money. He did not get anybody in his mind. He thought it would be good to confess his poverty to the Christie's staff, but he knew that after participating in many other auctions, he could not do that. Moreover, a genuine mistake of this kind could have been rectified at once. I know it's not easy for you living this life, but try to remember, always try to remember, you are not the only one with troubles. The next detail: explain how the narrator got out of the tight corner that he was in. Like the same, we have to write the title, author and theme. Title: Tight Corners. Author Edward Verral Lucas. Theme: mental tight corners are more challenging than physical tight corner. I realized that a career of rectitude sometimes has reward beyond the mere consciousness of virtue. E.V. Lucas, in his essay Tight Corners, he tries to explain how the mental tight corner is worse than physical tight corner. The narrator entered Christie's, the famous auction house, persuaded by his friend. He saw Barbizon pictures were being sold and they were auctioned for very high prices, like 4,000 guineas. The narrator did not want to buy any pictures, but he simply stood there to see what was going on. He wanted to enjoy fun of taking part in the auction cautiously. His friend warned him that he might be caught and he asked him to stop his game. But he was assured that he was very cautious and he would never be in trouble. But unfortunately, he was caught when the auctions were over. The bidders were standing in a queue to give the payment. He decided to stand in the outskirts. As he was standing, a new man came to him and asked him whether he was the one who had bought the particular picture. When he said yes, the other man asked him whether he was ready to sell the picture to the one who had made a bid for 4,000 guineas for the picture. He was ready to give him 50 guineas for the picture. His presence of mind pushed him to ask him a few hundred guineas, and he got it. Thus he escaped from the tight corner with a check for 100 guineas. I don't go for trouble. Trouble usually finds me. This is the last one. As the narrator make a diary entry about the tight corner you faced at Christie's and how you were saved from the dire situation. First, we have to write the date and time. Entered the Christie's with my friend. Many pictures were being auctioned. Started bidding in the low level for fun. My friend warned me. I was safe. I didn't bother about the warning from my friend. A new picture was put up for auction. One rich dealer made his bid with 4,000 guineas. Without realizing the value of the money, I said 50 more. To my surprise and shock, the other dealer stopped his bidding. The picture was in my name. I had only 63 pounds in my bank. I tried to get the names of my relatives to borrow money. I decided to confess my poverty to the Christie's staff, but it was too late. Stood last in the queue. Met by a man who was sent by the rich dealer. He asked me to give the picture for 50 guineas. I asked for 100. He gave the check for 100 guineas and got the picture. Immense relief after harrowing experience. So this is my experience of my tight corner. Thank you. Thank you, students.